Hey, I'm back, and today I want to talk about how to make Japanese rock candy, also known as Kohakutou. This rock candy is a bit different from the rock candy I grew up with. This rock candy actually looks like this. Of course, the color and shape can be different depending on what you put in it, but basically on the outside there's a hard layer of sugar, on the inside it's like almost gelatin. But keep in mind, you don't actually use gelatin, so if you're a vegetarian or vegan, don't worry, this is safe. But let me get into the ingredients. Okay, so we're gonna need 350 grams of sugar. On top of that, we'll need 4 grams of Kanten, also known as agar. Then we're gonna need 200 milliliters of water. And finally, we'll just need something to put it in. I'm using Tupperware here, but feel free to use an old milk carton or whatever you want, whatever's handy really. Okay, once you have all those things, take the water and put in the sugar and the Kanten/agar. So what you want to do to make sure it doesn't clump together, when you're inserting the agar, I would stir it a little bit first and then gradually pour the agar/Kanten in while it's spinning. This will make sure it doesn't clump together, because when it does, it's just more work. You don't want that. So that'll make things a little bit easier for you. And also make sure you mix the sugar together really well in there too. Make sure everything's mixed up. Then put it in a pot, bring the pot to a boil, let it boil for about 2 minutes, and then turn off the heat and let it cool down a bit. While it's cooling, what you can do is add anything you want in there. You can add food coloring if you want something else like a specific flavor like orange juice or apple juice, grape juice. Even put soda in there. I've heard of people putting some type of alcohol in there, etc. I wouldn't put too much alcohol in there because I'm not sure if it'll congeal if you put too much. So be careful, just put a little bit in there. But you can do that, and you can also even put in things like fruits in there. I've done that with one of mine. So you can see here I put in mekans, also known as mandarin orange. So you can put that in there. Now, once it's cooled down, you don't want it to be completely cold, but you don't want it to be boiling at the same time. Just somewhere in between there. Pour it in your little Tupperware container, or if you don't want to use that, you can use an old milk container, etc. Anything you have lying around, and then put it in your refrigerator for a few hours. After a few hours, it should be cool, and when you touch it, it should feel a little bit sticky, but hard and very solid. At that point, you can take it out. You can cut it in uniform blocks, and if you do that, you'll end up with something like this. Or if you just want to take it out chunk by chunk, you'll end up with something like this that looks more like a piece of a broken rock. Either one's okay, whichever you prefer. Now, you'll notice it's still really smooth and it doesn't seem like what I'm showing you here. What you need to do is get a piece of wax paper, or just any place you can put it, and put it on this surface, and you need to let it dry for about 2 to 5 days. If you have a food dehydrator, that'll probably make it go a little bit faster. But if not, after 2 to 5 days, you'll notice that the sugar starts to harden on the outside, and then when you go to eat it, the outside will be hard and the inside will be nice and soft. If it's a very thin piece, it'll be a little bit crunchier, and if you make a thicker piece, the inside will be a little bit gooey and soft. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoy making it. It shouldn't take too long to make, and it's not expensive if you can find agar, but like I said, most health food stores or Asian grocery stores should have it. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe, and until next time, see you.